Hey folks, Jayborino here, welcome back. This is Scattered, a custom campaign for StarCraft 2. Mission 3, Sandstorms. In order to leave the swarm behind, a more substantial base of operations is needed. A nearby desert planet lies within striking distance of Kerrigan, but is the only possible location for even a temporary base. If a more secure location is to be found, transports and fuel for such a long journey are required. But first, a secure foothold must be established on the planet's surface. Alright, given enough time, enemies will try to expand, claiming valuable resources and using them against you. Spooky. All right. Game speed boosted up. Search and destroy all hostile structures. It's like, I like how small the infantry is. I don't think that we're zoomed out or anything. I think the infantry units are just, they're just smaller. Okay, well, I guess first things first, let's get a supply depot, or maybe a couple for that matter. Now the question is, which direction might the enemy be moving at us from? Because, obviously, we're just waiting to get set up here. We know buildings in general, or at least like larger production buildings, have way more HP, which is awesome. Everything just moves a lot slower here. Okay, that'll keep us from being supply blocked. Then we get 10 supply from the command center, and we'll get mining away. And I'm curious to see what our tech tree looks like. Looks like they're incoming already. Okay, they got a few hits in. They're already attacking us, so we need to get a barracks and then 1 or 2 bunkers set up as soon as possible. It looks like they can come from over here also. Let's just try to scout out all the possible locations that they can get to us from. Okay, y'all get mining. Start getting some SCVs out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's all right. Let them hit the command center because we know it can take it. I just wanted to see. It looks like this loops around down here. No problem at all. Okay, so they come from up here, over here, and they might possibly loop around and hit us from the bottom also. Okay. And then more down from, yeah, and then they came from the bottom there. So I don't know. It just depends on how frequently they decide to attack us. We're just going to need more SCVs, and again, obviously a barracks as soon as possible. I probably can't afford to get more SCVs. So the way that this campaign has been described to me, both in the on the download page and also by Deltrin, is that it's very meticulous and slow. So I think it's going to be more like you want to set up multiple bases with a lot more production and just spam large amounts of units. And you can see how slow they move, so it's going to be very hard to react in certain circumstances.
Not enough minerals.
So let's grab a barracks first and foremost. No gas at this location, which was pretty self-explanatory, I think. I didn't really even need to point that out. But the question is, where do we want to set up a bunker? Further, we don't necessarily know which direction they will continue to attack us from. So let's try to get several more SCVs set up here, and then we'll get maybe a bunker here, here, and here. Or if they go straight to the command center, we realistically only need one like right in the middle of the mineral line, and it should be fine. But I just want to look around and see if we can maybe scout out an expansion. It's a pretty big map. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Marine. You didn't deserve to go out this way. 32 HP. It's a very particular number. I wonder why it's that way. Okay, so we have no gas. Marines are only 35 minerals. How much are bunkers? Same. 100. So we can only make Marines at this point until we can move out, so I guess we should start making Marines. Get it going.
Not enough minerals.
I wonder why it said not enough minerals when I had them both queued up. It was like right on the cusp. I don't know. SCVs are still 50. Let's just go to repair up our command center. See, the command center gets repaired pretty quick, comparatively. Okay, so we're going to probably want to leave some stuff at home at all times and then have a group of Marines that can move out. Because, again, I want to move out. I need to find more resources as soon as possible. We cannot lift. Okay. Or is it because we're currently building stuff? I assume that's the case. Okay, so we just have to build big groups of Marines. There's a good... Well, there's not that many resources in this base. it won't last us for too long. We gotta move out, I think, pretty quickly. And we might want to hop bases as opposed to leaving this one here. We can always lift off. Granted, our supply depots then will be stuck here. Also, we got that little tooltip that was like, hey, make sure that you move out and find resources, otherwise the enemy will take them and use them against you. So we'll keep that in mind also. Maybe getting 2 barracks to start. Again, we're just pumping out Marines, and they're relatively cheap. See, 18 gas and 53 minerals. Very, very particular amounts here. And I wonder what the decision was in order to make them that way. It's a very, I would just use the phrase particular number, which is intriguing to me. These SCVs are so slow. Again, I think it's intended to be this way. It's meant to be a very slow, tight push. So what I might do is basically build a large group of Marines and then move out with them, and then meanwhile at home build more Marines. If we're just fighting mostly Zerglings, Firebats will be excellent. If you remember from the first map, the Firebats were just extremely good. Obviously, we have no gas, though, to build them, but as soon as we could build them, that would be just excellent. Reactors not necessary, we just build more barracks if we're just stuck on minerals. I guess let's quick save. Now, I don't necessarily want to go crazy with bunkers. I don't know if they can be salvaged in this instance or not, but yeah, again, all I'm going to do is just make Marines and supply depots until we're essentially mined out. If it's that type of mission where it's like, hey, just make a lot of Marines, get going, buddy. So let's do exactly that and then keep up with the depots. 18 SCVs is probably enough. And then the question is, how many Marines should we take with us when we move out? And then, obviously, we're going to leave more at home. So, like, I could build another barracks. So, again, these Marines are cheap. We should be able to slam these out real quick. This better be good. Eventually, we could get Stim Pack. I don't see a combat shield grayed out option. I don't know if those passives work that way, though. I don't think they technically do. Meaning they don't, like, stay grayed out. I'm not sure. In any case, I could get, like, a bunker, just to be safe. Like, behind the mineral line, or maybe up here, because I'm thinking I'm going to move right across the bottom of the map. Meaning we're probably going to build a bunker right here. And then we'll, fill that bunker up, and then as we build more Marines, we'll leave them right next to the bunker, and then we'll be able to move out. Again, like, why not sort of min-max the starting area? It looks like there are 2 mineral patches that have a boatload of cash connected to them, so that's good. So weak Marines, we'll put you in this bunker. And again, I can't speed the game up any faster. It's intentionally this way, so even if I could speed the game up, I get the impression, again, since it's supposed to be this way, we shouldn't try to circumvent that. Okay, I mean, we could make supply depots around the side of it as well if we really wanted to get meticulous about it. Just as many Marines as we can queue up. So what I'm going to do now is, like, start rallying here, and then I'm going to take this group of Marines, and let's move across the bottom of the map, or at least a little further out to see what we can find. See, and then these guys are going to spawn like this. I like that. And we'll build, like, a supply depot here, again, just to take surface area off the bunker. We could always build another one on the other side. Okay, looks like that looked like that might have been an incoming attack wave, or they were burrowed. I really wouldn't know. We also have to figure out if there's a way to get gas on this map. I can only imagine there's somewhere with a geyser. I'm just looking kind of around my base. Again, it's going to take a while because these dudes are so slow. Okay, supply depot here. Okay, we feel pretty well defended at home. Now I'm kind of going in the opposite direction I said I would. Namely, around the bottom of the map. Again, I have defense set up at the top, so I'm gonna move down along the bottom like I mentioned. I'm still looking for a base. Any enemies at all. We're just kind of in a desolate area, which Feels sort of fitting considering we're supposed to be in the middle of nowhere. Trying to figure out how to get out of here, essentially. And we want to avoid getting basically flanked in some fashion by keeping this bottom area secure. I'm really hoping I'm just going to like come across some minerals here. We've uncovered maybe 20% of the map, which is not quite good enough. All right, big group of Zerglings. Yes, flood into my overlapping marine fire. Cool. Okay. Man, Vespene. Really looking for Vespene. You know what I'm going to do? Let's take an SCV. Oh, here we go. I was going to say, let's bring an SCV out on the anticipation that we will find some resources, and because he moves really slow. Really slow, so it's going to take him a while. And then we maybe just set up some forward barracks up here. And or bunkers. Let's go, let's go. It's like an upraised area here. Let's see what we can find. And then what I'll do here is set up a bunker like right up against the... Oh, I hate this. Is there a purpose to me making this roundabout? Okay, more Marines. And I think what I'll do is I'll take a group of them and send them up to my new area. Have we killed this thing yet? Oh, look at that! We found some gas. Not a lot, but some. Again, it probably was against my best interests to do that, but at the same time it paid off because we found some gas. Now what that means is we can make a tech lab, and then make, like, just a couple medics should pay for themselves pretty quick. But definitely fire bats, and getting fire bats inside bunkers seems really good. So like we do this. This will get set up pretty quick. Okay, now I think this group of Marines just sitting at home is fine, and I'll rally down across this way. And we can maybe transfer some SCVs and then build more. That should do it. Okay, and then I'll get, I think, a third, or rather fourth barracks down here where we can make just one medic who, again, the energy consumption will not really be that worthwhile. But over time, she will pay for herself, I think. So let's go ahead and throw this down here. And let's move on up. Now, the tricky part is, you know, we might, if we get flanked, then we'll be in big trouble, right? So this is why every time I, like, pick an area to kind of secure, we rally up our new forces to that place, such that units will always kind of be stuck there. And also because these units are so small and slow, I feel more comfortable boxing them than possibly F2ing. All right, that's a pretty big force of Zerglings. Fine. And this is why I left a bunch of Marines at home. Now, where did these Zerglings come from is the question. Because that was a lot. Okay, so go ahead and get a tech lab. Okay, we're mining away.
Mineral field depleted.
You rally here. And then we need some more to leave at home.
You gonna give me orders?
Let's see if we can get any upgrades. Obviously, a combat shield would be really nice. Might be too expensive, though. 100, yeah. So let's get a medic and then 2 fire bats. I think that'll be totally worth it. Okay, we're going to get this round of Marines. I don't know where those Zerglings came from, so we got to basically just keep searching across the bottom of the map. Feels like the fire bats are going to be extremely useful. So now all new Marines we're going to send up here, and then this medic is going to try to slowly heal these guys up over the course of 8 to 10 years. I'll see y'all then. Okay, and we're just trying to utilize supply depots to our best ability here.
This better be good.
Okay, and I'd say we gotta try to move out here soon and find some more resources, because this is mined out. So start transferring more SCVs. Keep going, medic. Oh, look at these tiny fire bats. I love them. They're so cute. Okay, so we'll wait for this medic to come out. We've got a big group of Marines and some SCVs on the way.
By the numbers, boys.
I say we keep going along the bottom of the map. Actually, no, because we know that they circumvent us if we do this. Well, you know what? Yeah, let's go to the bottom right and see if we can find maybe another base to take. We could always lift this command center and move it, and then leave this infrastructure here to guard my supply depots.
Been waiting on you.
And we gotta be on the lookout for where we might be able to find more Vespene pickups. Because maybe that's the only way we can find Vespene on this map. I genuinely don't know. Someone get healed by the medic, please.
Fight fire with fire.
Teddy Bear Firebat, make your way up. Yeah, that +7 against biological with the splash damage will be really nice. Okay, more Marines. More Marines. And we gotta make sure that we keep enough resources to then build another command center. Granted, we could float. Okay, so I think I'm trying to make sure I approach this with the right mindset. Namely,
Our SCVs are under attack.
this is going to be real slow and meticulous.
This better be good.
This is a changeling. Get out of here.
Been waiting on you.
Stop it.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay, I see more resources down here, but there's also an enemy base.
Will do.
Let's get down there. It's going to take a long time to destroy this and also get rid of the creep. Oh yeah, look at how far those firebats can shoot. That's actually excellent. Okay, pretty big Zergling attack again. Lure him up here. We got to find out where these attacks are coming from so we can cut them off. And having like one firebat here would be excellent, like truly excellent. All right, let's hat this SCV all the way down here. It's one of those where by the time it gets down there, the creep might recede. And let's clear out this just in case there's anything burrowed, or maybe we'll find some more... Oh, yeah, firebats! Or maybe we'll find some more Vespene.
Armed and ready.
Loving the firebats. I'm loving them. All right, so we've secured the bottom of the map for the most part.
Been waiting on you. Yep.
What I'm going to do is
In the rear with the
remake a bunker just right here, unload this and salvage it. And then once these are mined out, then we know that they only come from that direction, so. Looks like enemy attacks here. Okay, our medic's still in there. We want to keep these firebats alive. They're very important. Really, anything that costs gas is very important here. Okay, very slowly. Creep receding. No, don't let him build it. Get him, SCV. Excellent work. Okay, so you all, this group, I should say, move on over here. You're going to keep this defended. We throw this down, and then
armed and ready.
we're going to keep this force sort of roaming around.
Aye, sir. This better be good. By the numbers.
Okay, good work, team. Keep making Marines.
Been waiting
Okay, the weakest Marines hop in the bunker, for I am benevolent. Okay, that should keep this base covered, and we can keep making Marines here, and eventually this group can move out separately.
This better be good.
Further,
In the rear with the gangway. Coming through.
we're going to come down here and set up a bunker. They're trying to, they want to take this base. I like that the AI is aggressive enough to actually take these expansions.
Ah, you scared me. Go, go,
Okay,
go.
these will be gone soon enough.
Want a piece of me, boy?
We got SCVs. Again, I feel like, again, slow and steady wins the race in this circumstance. I think. Same thing, we just build bunkers with depots around them. Okay, here we go, here we go. This is where we need the firebats in the front. We can see them really shine. And indeed they do shine. I mean, we could put one of these firebats into a bunker, but it seems like they're just way more... They're way better utilized in an attacking group, almost certainly.
Mineral field depleted.
Okay, let's take the weak Marines. Medic, please. Okay, good. Where are these coming from? Stop it. Okay. And you guys hop in here, and then we just need more SCVs. Okay, lovely. This base appears to be left alone, though I don't want to take that for granted. It seems like the new target is going to be this base. Okay, so I'm going to take this group of Marines and try to link up here, and I'm going to cut diagonally across the top and see if we can find another base. Actually, probably need a barracks here also. Just multiple production structures, because it's relatively cheap and we need a lot of buildings. So this should work. Okay, and then transition some more SCVs down here. We don't need as many SCVs as I currently have queued up. I'm also looking for Vespene. Any Vespene we could find, please. Did my two groups link up? It looks like they did. It's like little areas like this where there might be little vision gaps is what I'm looking for, where there might be Vespene.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Okay, keep that up. And then I've got this group down here. I'm going to keep making Marines. This is going to be my main depot jam.
This better be good.
Base is under attack.
Okay, the unfortunate thing is I was not prepared for this situation. I found an enemy base, so I'm going to attack into it. I did just save. Firebats, be careful. We don't need you right here. Okay, it looks like we will barely survive this situation. Okay, and then make Marines, as I have said. Okay, and then more SCVs. I really wasn't able to keep track on how this would go. That's a lot of Hydralisks. I'm going to reload because we were getting hit from two angles there. So I think we grab our big ball of Marines that are in the bottom left also. It seems like they're done attacking that area. And this base right here may be the key. And then further, let's not leave until we know that this is taken care of. Man, these Firebats are incredibly good. Okay, take this out. How much are... Well, we need an engineering bay, which we can't afford. So we probably want to get some turrets. We know where the base that we're looking to destroy is.
Mineral field depleted.
Let's go ahead and load these guys in.
What's going on?
Grab the two barracks, as I have discussed. Okay, do it like this, and then we'll get some turrets. Again, slow and methodical, I think, is the key here. Slow and methodical.
We could use some help here. Been waiting. Go, go, go.
Nice work, medic. Heal up the SCVs, even though it's not necessary at all. Okay, so you two rally here. Any day now, engineering bay. Oh, dear. I have no idea. Again, I think eventually we're going to be able to spiral out of control. We just have to be careful. That we don't accidentally aggro
Base is under attack.
too much stuff, basically. Oh, they're turning around. They're scared. I would be too. Okay, you can stay on auto repair and just sit here if you want. There you go. Now we got a missile turret. Okay. Lots of guys. Lots of guys. What can we get here? Oh, look at that. So we can get structure armor. This is in this campaign. All sorts of good stuff. Okay, so let's wait for that large attack, or at the very least, was this it? Dude, they see the Firebat and they flee. Nice work, Firebats.
You want a piece of me, boy? This better be good.
Okay, this is a huge amount of Marines, so we're gonna grab all of these fellas and this group.
This better be
Standing by.
And we're gonna meet up here. And then these two barracks are going to build more Marines to cover us from incoming enemies. The second I step away, they come in. I wonder how purposeful that is. I'm so proud of them for doing it this way. Okay. There we go. They're going for the Marines that are caught out. That's smart of them, I suppose. Okay, good work. What? Oh, they burrowed. Wow, okay. Let's go ahead and get more turrets set up, I guess. Like that. And then this group, hopefully, is a little better equipped to attack that huge base. These firebats are too important. Maybe we can utilize the high ground in some fashion. Now, it doesn't look like it's connected, but maybe there's some Vespene up here. Maybe? Yes, there is. Okay, we found some Vespene, which means firebats, I'd say. Or +1. That'll probably be more efficient in the long run here. Okay, huge groups. Firebats kind of stay in the middle and protect us. Oh, I never filled it back up. Okay. Save the SCVs that you can. This was the huge attack that diverted to hit us separately, so let's lift these guys up. We'll retake this base. Float over here. We can remake SCVs, that's fine. But we've got another base up here that's possibly more lucrative for us. It's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's see where they decide to go next.
Mineral field depleted.
Okay, we got to make Marines here. And Marines back down here.
bad news.
We saved the base though, or we saved the building, so that's the important. I would say that's one of the most important things.
Want a piece of me, boy? Armed and ready.
Okay, don't let them retake this. It looks like drones are coming from the left, so I guess that's where we want to go, because that's probably where they have another base set up. Alternatively, we can come down here, because these units are bound to redirect and hit us.
Orders received.
Or we try to make sure that we have enough units to
Gangway.
take them out if they decide to redirect to us, because we need to get this base set back up. So let's take it.
In the rear with the gear. This better be good.
Okay, we found another base.
I'm on it.
This one also looks like it's in a good spot for us to take. Loving these firebats. They're so good.
Will do.
This looks like a base that they took separately. The slow grind. The slow, slow grind. Okay, wow, and the amount of units that they sent our way was pretty large. Pretty scary, pretty large. All right, so I guess next stop is trying to figure out where they're really coming from here. So maybe let's go to the upper left with this group, and then meanwhile just keep making tons of Marines. All right, here they come. Okay, I was right to keep these guys here.
Who wants some?
Okay, let's move up this side. All right, this is mining. Every little bit, man.
Armed and ready.
Okay, and then let's land our barracks here and here.
By the numbers, boys.
And let's see what we can find. Let's go all the way up to the left. I may have missed something here. I could always send, like, an SCV to go check it.
Ah! You scared me. Gangway.
Probably want to come up and take this cluster of resources also, if the enemy hasn't already.
Better be good.
Still looking for more Vespian. Yeah, I'm getting the heavy impression that there are not...
SCVs are under attack.
Here come those Hydralisks also. Okay. That's a lot of Hydralisks, and we just lost a lot to... Okay, repair. This looks like a pretty good spot.
Base
There's
is
some
under
resources. Okay, we kept everyone alive there. We got to try to maybe get down here. Oh my god. This is unconscionable. All right, we got to try to take this upper left area, I'd say. This is probably the best area to look. These attacks are very large, and they don't bother... They don't bother you after a certain point. Then they just leave, so then I could just land again.
Better be good. Been waiting on. Armed and ready.
And come on over here.
Better be good.
So like this command center, I'm going to lift, and I'm going to send over here. Ooh, this looks great. We can land it right there. That's going to be an excellent spot.
Who wants some?
And keep wiping these guys. These attacks become so large. Okay. This stuff is too far away to support us at this point, and the Marines are getting surrounded. Really, just have not had enough resources to do much. Look how long it takes them to destroy the buildings, though. So this thing will get up there very slowly, and then we can harvest from up there. When +1's done, we'll also have a slight advantage. So our outlying bases are dropping, and that's okay. We don't need them for anything, right? So I'm going to get my units back down here. Load them up! I'm sorry, SCV. Quick! Oh no, we just didn't have enough there.
Attack.
Flee!
Upgrade complete.
Okay, so at this point, I think I'm just going to have all of my units sit down here, because this is where it seems like they're going to attack. Oh, that was our tech lab, too. So we did pick up more gas. What do we make with that gas, though? Possibly +1. Again, I think upgrades at this point seem very, very worthwhile. Now they're going, like, down and around. Yeah, infantry armor for sure. Seems like they ultimately will try to attack down here every time. Oh, that fire bat damage. No, fire bat! We gotta try to keep those alive. Quit it with the changelings. Okay, +1 damage seems extremely strong. Okay, excellent. We did very, very well there. Once again, we land. Okay, we need SCVs here. We can recover from this. That's why I wasn't like, I'm not going to restart this.
Not enough minerals.
We've got to figure out where the enemy explicitly comes from and then cut them off from those directions. So, realistically, we only have to guard 2 spots. The bottom right, which is constantly in danger, and then our supply depots. This seems segregated enough that they should leave it alone, though I really can't be sure about that. So I guess I'll quick save again. And we'll mosey our way to the base down here, and then we'll cut upwards and see if we can find another enemy base. We've cleared these out. It's possible they'll retake them, though, so I really don't know. This seems like a great area to be holding on to, that's for sure.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, and let's get these bases resaturated so that we can actually have more income. Tons of income here.
Base is under attack.
I wish I would have taken that much earlier. See, I don't know how they're getting to us. That's going to be consistently tricky. I have no idea what path they're taking to get
Not
to
enough
us.
minerals.
So let's move upwards, because they can't have that large of a base. I mean, unless the units are spawned, and they may be, which would be really, really unfortunate. I would really hope that's not the path the creator took. I'm not a big fan of spawned attack waves.
Better be good.
Okay, well, I'm not thrilled with
Mineral
that.
field depleted.
Been waiting on you.
When's the last time I quick saved? Because we know that's coming from the bottom right.
Gonna give me orders?
Everything is so slow and agonizing to get to.
Base is under attack.
Okay, we found a base. We sort of have an unstoppable force now, if I do say so myself. It seems like they're long-distance mining from this stuff. Yeah, this is too bad. This probably won't finish. That takes so long for those. Oh, my goodness. That's horrifying. Okay, well, we could maybe destroy most of their overlords and stop them from building so many resources. I saw a Mutalisk there. Not a Mutalisk. I saw a drone there that was holding gold minerals. That infuriates me. So there's gold somewhere in this map also. We're at 45 minutes.
Been waiting on you.
I guess, again, we'll cut across here and see if we can find another enemy base. I seem to have found one. So we have to now we have to remake. Let's cancel this. Okay, another enemy base here that they're stealing our potential future income. Partially, it's like, hey, I don't know where any of the expansions are. I mean, I could cheat.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay, we know that they're going to make their way down to this base, so let's... maybe get down there. They really like dropping those,
Additional supply depots required.
those asshole, what are they called? Changelings? Okay, so we've stopped them from... So I'm going to move back down here and hopefully cut them off, because I think they're going to come for this base. And by this base, I mean this base. Okay.
Bad news? Well, butter, I can't build here.
We need more depots.
In the rear with the gear.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see if we can at least get down here and maybe save this base.
Roger that.
It's going to take them a while to destroy the building. So I think we'll save it. And you know what I can do now that we're getting our new base set up is let's take some time here to actually plan our next move instead of just moving out wildly. We've been very successful so far. And our army is large enough to defend us against probably anything that they decide to send.
I'm going.
Mineral field
Okay, let's make
depleted.
some... Wait. Well, that just wasted the Vespene. I was going to say, let's get a another engineering bay. We can recover from this. My medic also is getting healed somehow. Can she heal herself? Seems like she's somehow healing herself.
This better be good. SCV ready.
Okay, so I'm going to head back up here.
Go, go, go.
Well, let's not get too hasty. Let's just make more Marines. I mean, bunkers don't really strike me as a great choice, unless you put firebats in the bunkers, which might have been a better choice. I kept thinking I needed to bring the firebats with me. But if you make a bunker with a firebat in it, that seems actually way more beneficial. Let's get some more SCVs mining here.
Coming through. Who wants
Okay,
some?
so again, this will be my attacking force. Let's wait for them to hit us one more time. Also, maybe there's a place we could find some more gas along the way. That would be excellent. This map is huge.
Give me orders. You want a piece of me, boy. SCV ready.
Okay, let's take this group
Is it critical?
with our valuable medic. You know, she's paid for herself several times over, if I do say so. She's been excellent. So I do not regret having this medic. Is there anywhere else maybe we could have found some gas? Also, again, if I would have known to take this earlier, this base seems hugely beneficial. This one down here, not so much. This base down here has cost us a huge amount. So I wish I wouldn't have gone there in the first place. I think what I'm going to do is try to cut across the left and then upwards. And we'll just make Marines. And when we pick up some more gas, we'll grab infantry armor. Building armor also would have been really good, I think. But that +1 attack, I think that +1 attack has been extremely useful. It doesn't look like they're retaking these, so once you stop them from taking the expansions one time, then they give up. I don't know if you can set bully triggers on buildings or not. I know you can, like, set enemies to rebuild. But I'm not entirely clear on how that works. I know it's just a bully trigger. Now they're sending drones out. That might just been long-distance mining. Okay. I'm starting to feel mildly desperate, more and more. There's drones coming from this direction, so there's a base somewhere. On the lookout for creep. This might be gas. Can we get up there? Is there a ramp? There's a ramp down here.
Looking forward to it.
I need to take what gas I can get, so let's head up here, get the gas. There's inevitably gas there, right? So we take that. We can start infantry armor, which takes... in-game, it looked like 8 to 10 minutes, which is wild, again, and I think that's intentional. I think that's how this is supposed to be played. These poor things are, like, sinking into the ground. Okay, they are retaking that separately. Okay, so you guys come on down here and wipe this. Yes! 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 Alright, start this. Get some fire bats. Actually, go ahead and get a tech lab, then we'll get fire bats. They haven't attacked us for a while. It's possible that this base in the middle that we had wiped at one point actually now prohibits them from... Honestly, I have no idea.
Add-on complete.
I have no clue. Okay, combat shields would be the next great choice. Stimpack, not so much. So let's see if maybe we can find some more Vespene. Okay. Huge groups of Zerglings. Drones coming in from nowhere. Okay, now I think we have enough minerals that we can start slamming out more and more units. I would love the opportunity to make fire bats and to get combat shields. As we now know, combat shields would be very effective. Let's go see how far out this creep goes and if they've retaken this base. Okay, they're getting no kills on us now. It looks like they may have retaken this. So I was wrong. They do move back out and try to take this stuff. Or maybe it's just queens laying creep tumors. Nope, they took this again. I think we destroyed all their overlords in another base. So now they're remaking them. So in a way, I think we've been extremely effective. Let's just move in under here. Get crazy, boys. And I think that actually stopped them from attacking us. Okay, find and kill the drones.
Additional supply
Oh boy.
depots required.
Okay, more depots.
We could use some help here.
Let's spread them out this time in case they somehow get wiped. There we go. Losing that bottom left base hurt. There we go. And again, I think there's supply blocks. So let's move up here, and then we'll cut across the top, and then we can link up with this group down here. Just queue up as many Marines as humanly possible down here, and maybe make more barracks, so we can get them out even faster.
Bad news.
Man, combat shields would have been great.
It's blocked.
What's blocked? Nothing's blocked. Oh, this depot right here. It's fine. Okay. So this is getting mined out.
By the numbers.
And again, because all the infantry is scaled down, they can kind of sneak by you so easily. They just slip right around your units. I'm not proud at how this went, but I didn't want to give up. If I can beat something by the skin of my teeth, you know, I'm not going to restart a mission so that I can kind of seem like I'm doing it flawless or something. Like, I wanted to beat this
You got it.
in a realistic way, right? It's my first time playing this map, so I wanted to make it clear, you know, what the what the expectations are from the perspective of a new player, and it's pretty tough. You need a lot of units. Okay, there's pre-placed defenses here, so that we must be close to a main base of some sort. Then we're gonna stop move in here. Okay, get in there. We're not gonna save these Marines with our medic. We just won't. This looks like a pre-placed big base. Okay, here come a bunch of Zerglings. Take them out. My suspicion is that these, like this base, and there was a middle base, and there's probably another one in the upper right, are all linked. And they're all orange when you're playing, but realistically, they're all separate Zerg factions. Because they kind of act differently. Yeah, see, she's healing herself. She just has passive healing regen. So your medics just have normal... That's interesting. I'm trying to decide if large amounts of medics would actually be worth it later on in this campaign, and it kind of strikes me as no. The unfortunate thing here is I feel like we're probably going to be in mop-up mode a lot on these maps, because look how slow our units are. It's going to take us so long. And those drones keep fleeing. So we've got this big group.
This better be good.
Get some fire bats out.
Insufficient
So get
Vespene
a
gas.
medic, because apparently they're extremely useful. And then these guys we're going to send back up here to check to see if they're rebuilding. You guys kill these larvae to stop them from rebuilding up here. And then we have two groups coming from two directions that should stop the Zerg from hitting us from particular angles. We'll never know where they're returning those resources to. If they're rebuilding, again, if they're rebuilding in certain locations. So, like, we got to send a Marine here, and send a Marine here, and then we got this SCV. See, and now they've rebuilt this. So I have to send groups of units to every place to see if they're going to be rebuilding out of them. Seems like it's going to be a bit of a pain.
Upgrade complete.
Rebuilding enemies. It's not bad, right? I think it keeps the player on their toes, but especially at the slow pace that this moves, these maps are going to take a really long time, and they're meant to. So I need to get out of this mindset of like, oh, it's going to take a long time. I mean, it took longer because I had to rebuild my whole base, right? But I'm more concerned. I'm more concerned about, like, even if I played this optimally and knew, like, where the expansions were, I still think it would have taken nearly as long. So even though I release this only one a week, there may be times when I split it, just because it's in-game over an hour, which means we're probably near about 45 to 50 minutes, especially because I reloaded once or twice. Get the egg! Yeah, see, and this drone wants to run those minerals over to a different location. Let's see if, again, if we could just be in essentially mop-up mode. Let's take a small group here and send them over to the left, because I anticipate they're trying to rebuild this.
Mineral field depleted.
We seem to have found a base, again. Tight corridors here. Let's move up here. Looks like maybe we could find a place with gas back here. That would be great.
Depleted.
Okay, this is locked up pretty tight. Not that tight, though. Ooh, this seems like a... Maybe this was like another way in? Sort of looks like it. But given the amount of units you need on this map to really make much progress, I get the impression we weren't supposed to do it this way. Through the main area, like 3 spine crawlers are supposed to deter you. Ooh, Ultralisks. Okay. Marines, I guess rally them all the way up here, right? Make as many as you want. Creep tumors everywhere. Oh, there's gas. Too late for that, unfortunately. See, part of it, too, is like if you know where the gas is, you can get these really valuable upgrades faster. You know what? You guys stay back. We'll link you up later. Ah, there's like Hydralisks in the trees behind us. This is a nightmare.
Mineral field depleted.
Okay, perfect. Now we can link up our 2 groups of Marines. We're rallying in reinforcements. Let me just send an SCV over here to check to see if they've rebuilt. We've got eyes on pretty much every expansion. I assume creep tumors do not count towards killing them. Look at that brave firebat getting in there. Oh, this was the rich resources, so they had a rich resource fields. It looks like they're actually building the enemy attacks. They are built and not spawned from what I can tell, so that's very important to me. Oh, okay, well, this is, I guess, a portent of what's to come, which is a little scary. How many kills on you, buddy? 11. Mostly workers. I love it. Yeah, you got nowhere to run, drones. No more expansions for you to take. All right, well, we had to base hop twice. We had to retake this base approximately 7,000 times, but we have officially won. So map knowledge is sort of the key, especially on these maps where things, again, are very slow, very meticulous. You cannot react. It's not like normal vanilla StarCraft. You have to essentially plan around getting attacked when you're out of position, because there's no way that you can take your attacking army and turn them around like you normally might be able to in the original StarCraft 2 and salvage stuff. These buildings, I assume, need to be cleaned up.
Depleted.
We've got eyes on everything. Also, they all burrow like assholes. Oh no. Oh no. It wouldn't just be creep tumors, would it? Or maybe they like took this?
That's fine. You gonna give me orders?
Oh no. Cleanup mode engaged.
Been waiting on you.
Maybe they took this base.
Why not? We could use some help here. This better be good.
I honestly have no idea. I also don't have any easy detection. Oh my god, why does the combat shields take so long? That's absurd.
Armed and ready. Who wants some?
So,
Of course.
have we won?
Received. By the numbers.
I'll search for a while and then I'll make a cut because I have no idea what the requirements are here.
Mineral field depleted.
By the numbers, boys.
There's units coming in and out of this down here. I think because there's one mineral patch. I think they took it. I think they took that base. And maybe there's something else here. I don't know where the overlords are trying to float to. But that sometimes indicates where they took this down here because there was one mineral patch. I'm a little mad. I'm a little mad. You guys go back up here and ensure that they don't retake this, please.
Research complete.
There's got to be a way to set it where it's like when the AI knows they've effectively lost, it's sort of just like, all right, please stop wasting the player's time. Let's move them all in here. Where are the firebats? They must have died. Let's just make sure they don't take this base. And we can also know for sure if the creep tumors count or not. Oh my word. Well, the infantry armor is hugely useful. +1 really useful. Ignore the eggs. Yike-a-roonskis. Okay. Let's see this end now. Yes? No. Oh my god. Again, I can cut this out if...
You gonna give me orders?
Like, I like the behavior of the enemies, but this is egregious.
This better be good.
This is egregious. You guys separate and check this area.
Been waiting on you.
Did they take my main base, even though there's no resources down here? No, they did not.
Keep your shirt on, Sparky.
They still have overseers. It's just destroy all hostile structures.
By the numbers, boys. In the rear with the gear.
Now they're floating up there. I don't even know what the map reveal cheat is in this game.
Big job, huh? This better be good.
Guess we'll take this base. Is it over here now? I swear I've...
You gonna give me orders?
Man, look how much more effective our units are with those upgrades. That's... Ah! I swear to God. What is it? Terrible, terrible damage? I just want to destroy this a little bit faster. Okay. Ugh. Okay, and that was it. Apparently there might be some cinematics that were missing because they're broken and they just don't play based on how old this campaign is, but I don't know when those might be and when they should or should not be. So anyway, I think this was a good expectation setter, right? I have to be way more meticulous myself playing early on these maps to ensure that I don't have as much cleanup to do at the end. Take an enemy base, build a bunker there, leave some Marines, something like that, right? And then also, strong defense, supply depots, fire bats, and bunkers, very important as well. Again, expectations are now set for what we can expect with the macro in this campaign, which I think is very important to know. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.